Hi, it's Ra, Rishi Kavi Raghudas from Star Presence Astrology, here to give the astrological forecast for Monday, September 1st, 2025. Yes, it's Labor Day here in the United States, the symbolic end of summer. I'm wearing my Summer of Love shirt here in mourning for the passing of summer, but there are other reasons for it as well. The sun today is at 9, moving to 10 degrees of practical and hyper-organized, often critical but generally service-oriented earth sign Virgo. And the symbol for Virgo is a maiden, and here she is gathering grain. So you see how appropriate it is. Now, the moon today is moving through the latter degrees of adventurous and truth-seeking and fun-loving fire sign Sagittarius, so we've got one more day at least of going out and about and having fun. Now, the moon does move into the get-it-done practical earth sign of Capricorn this evening, but the ruling planet of Capricorn is Saturn, and Saturn is a big player in the day today. So while you're out having fun today for the last shot at summer, duty calls today. Why? Because Saturn, which is Capricorn's ruling planet, as of the overnight hours, the pre-dawn hours before dawn today, has moved back now from 0 degrees of Aries into 29 degrees of Pisces, from the very first degree and very first minute of Aries and the whole zodiac into the last degree in the last minute. Basically, symbolically, that means we're back to old stuff now. You know, old stuff may just come up for us to face, and we got to deal with it and resolve it now, finally. 29 degrees of Pisces is not a lot of fun, and there you have Saturn, the Grim Reaper, the planet that says, get it done. I don't want to hear any excuses about it. We want results now, is back, 29 degrees of Pisces. So guess what? Time to finish up your old stuff, okay? Don't leave things unresolved now over the next few months, because when it moves back into Aries, we're going to be expected to start off on a whole new thing. Saturn moved back into Pisces at 1:07 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, 4:07 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, and 9:07 a.m. Greenwich Mean Time. Fortunately, the moon in late Sag makes harmonious aspects for most of the day. It does make a flowing trine, a nice angle from 25 degrees of Sagittarius to Chiron, called the wounded healer, you see? So we get a chance to resolve some old things even today, 25 degrees of Aries. That occurs 12:17 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, 3:17 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, 8:17 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. I like that. Even better is the moon at 27 degrees of Sagittarius in another flowing trine, this one to Mercury, the planet of communication, at 27 degrees of Leo. Hallelujah, communication is very good today. 4:37 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time is when that is occurring. 7:37 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, 12:37 a.m. tomorrow, Greenwich Mean Time. But the evening's a little tough. Why is it tough? Because the moon conjoined. Well, the moon is at 29 degrees, the last degree of Sagittarius, and that makes a hard 90-degree square to Saturn, which, as we said, have just moved back into 29 degrees of Pisces. That's tough. That's like endings of stuff. Well, we've talked about endings today, so easy does it tonight. 6:39 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, 9:39 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, 2:39 a.m. tomorrow Greenwich Mean Time. Be careful, don't get depressed, just do what's required tonight. Now, the moon does move into Capricorn, which Saturn rules, at 6:45 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, 9:45 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, and 2:45 a.m. tomorrow Greenwich Mean Time. Shortly thereafter, it makes a hard square 90-degree angle to Neptune, the planet of dreams and visions, which is still in early Aries, 1 degree of Aries. So when the moon gets to 1 degree of Capricorn, it makes a 90-degree hard angle. 9:20 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, 12:20 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, and 5:20 a.m. Greenwich Mean Time. That's kind of, okay, pick your fantasy, okay? You want to escape, or you want to live in reality. Oh, what the hell, let's just escape for a while. So watch a movie, do whatever you do to kind of escape. It's kind of your last shot here because traditional autumn begins tomorrow. Well, we still have the summer of love to remember. I'm Ra, Rishi Kavi Raghudas from Star Presence Astrology. Now, if you would like to have a personal reading with me, you can book it on my website, starpresence.net. Remember, from the very moment that you're born, you've got star presence. Enjoy this day, no matter what. As the Doors would say, summer's almost gone.